Hi there, Sandra here from Createinspain and Siser Juliet Beginners to Pro. I have a Siser Juliet and the pen holder with the Siser Juliet is this one, and it fits their particular pens for doing sublimation. I think there's possibly a couple of other pens that you might get in there, but not many. But at some point I bought these. I don't remember buying them. I don't know where I bought them, but they are alcohol markers from United Office, it says there, and they're a nice range of colours and they have a nice pointed tip. They're really handy to be able to put in a cutting machine. The problem, it won't fit. Now, I have been waiting patiently for Siser to come out with pen holders. As yet they haven't, and I do not know when they will come out. So I'm sorry, if you don't have what I need, I am going to have to try and do it myself. Now for me this is relatively easy because I happen to have a 3D printer, but if you don't switch off just yet, because I think I have another solution. What I did was I just printed this collar. It has a gap in it, and the reason is quite simply it makes it flexible. It will stretch open and it can be squeezed shut. Now this is important because of the clamp on the Juliet and the Romeo. You can actually get this to tighten up pretty well around a pen. So what I do in my particular case is I get my pen, I just shove this on here, and I can push it up to there if I want, or I can put it a bit lower down, but up there is okay. Now this one is 2.5 centimeters long. I think 3 centimeters would be the ideal length. Bear that in mind. So all I do is I put it in my holder, I put it so that the screw goes to that side rather than the open side, and tighten it up. And what I do at the same time is I put this ice cream stick underneath the pen, make it so that it contacts with the stick, and I tighten it up. So you need to have a little bit of sense about this. You know, you don't want to put it down too low because otherwise it won't clear. Whatever it is you're drawing on, you'll end up drawing all over the place where you don't want it to. I can do this quite easily. I don't even know if I kept the file. I honestly don't remember. I don't even remember printing it off, but I obviously did. So how can you do it if you do not have a 3D printer? And I reckon you can make it with this. Now this is a straw, one of a set of really thick, chunky straws that I've had in my cupboard for a long time. Now I think when I bought it I was thinking of making bubble tea. Never ever got round to it, but did occasionally use them for milkshakes. So I'm going to cut off about 3 centimeters, approximately 3 centimeters of this straw. Now here we go, my piece of 3 centimeters. I'm going to do it again just in case I want a second one, because I might need a second one. Not being too exact about this. I mean, if you want to be exact you can be, but you know, this is just to see if it will work, because I don't know if it will. I think it will, I don't know. So now I've got a pair of fine pointed scissors. What I'm going to do is make a slit in this, and lo and behold I have an approximation of this, but it's not that thick. This is quite sturdy and this is a bit softer, so I reckon if I put one inside the other that might well do the job. So I'm going to try and line up the edges so that they do meet, and I'm just going to slide my pen in here. So that will actually hold on here. Now I'm just going to go see if this will stay in my machine or whether I need any more on here. So hopefully you can see there that I've got my lollipop stick, and that is where my pen was resting. So I've just got some text on my computer and I'm just going to set that to go in a second. And I think the answer to that is yes. It most definitely does. Is this going to work for all your markers? Possibly not. However, for something like this, which has got a barrel which is more or less straight, it's not a really sort of tapered barrel, and for something which has a diameter which is less than that of the holder, obviously, and a bit too loose to fit in without putting anything else around it, yeah, I think this will work pretty well. So what I've done here, I've just put a little bit of a double-sided tape on one of these, and I'm going to peel that off. And then I'm going to stick the other one around the outside, and that's simply to keep them together. You don't have to do it, but it will stop them coming apart and give it a little bit of extra oomph as well. So what I would suggest that you do is to maybe tape 2 parts of straw together first and then trim it to the length you require. That way it's going to be matching up at both ends and it will be a lot easier. But yes, that works pretty well to hold this particular type of pen. Being able to do this is going to cost you next to absolutely nothing. I'm not saying you're going to want to use this forever and a day, but as a temporary solution until Siser come out with some holders for normal markers, yeah, why not indeed?